put some water in this one.
Oh, yeah. You're still going to have to chug because I used the force. Did you see that?
I saw that. Yeah, it was like...
Welcome,
Hey,
everyone. Everybody. Triple A Cigars. Arturo.
Ambrose.
Alcohol. What is up besides hurting yourself?
What is up? Shimpo.
It seems a little weird for us to be recording so soon. Lately, no? No, I mean, it's a good thing, but
Yeah,
it does seem weird.
It's a good thing.
It's unusual for our schedule.
That just means we're on schedule.
Back on point. Yes.
We're on schedule.
Hopefully that's a permanent
We're
thing.
on schedule.
So we're trying to make it a habit to start off with water, cold draw, and then get into it.
We're smoking the Padron Damaso, number 12, 5x50 Robusto.
Look at you. Did you research that or you just know?
I just know. I just know things.
Okay. I'm getting my... I can't use that word. My...
Palette?
Titiri
Okay.
palate. That doesn't help. It doesn't make it any better, but that's all I could think of on the fly. I'm picking up like wine. Does that make sense at all?
Wine. Like MD 2020 wine?
No, not MD 2020, but like
a dry wine?
like a dry red wine.
So maybe like dry fruit-ish?
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Maybe I'm picking up the fruit.
The fruitiness?
If it's supposed to be fruity at all. So
Fruity in the booty?
fruity, I don't know what that means, but okay. A little ASMR.
It's a nice sound.
It is good. It's a very interesting start.
I'm getting something. I'm getting a little bit of spiciness. There's a flavor there that I can't get. It's not like a graham cracker flavor. It's a little creaminess, but I don't know.
You know what? I think that's kind of what I'm getting. Like if you were to have the charcuterie board, like a cracker with something, and then had a sip of wine, kind of like what you're supposed to do, I guess.
Okay.
And that combination is what I'm getting, which is very off the wall because I don't have that often. I can't remember the last time that I even had a glass of wine. It's usually just taking a taste of Senda's glass.
I'm getting something I just cannot.
You cannot put your finger on
it out. But this is the Padron Damaso, like I said. I had one a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, around a month. Red label. So this is a white label. The other ones they come with the red label.
Okay.
I haven't figured out what the difference is between the two, but there is a little bit of difference.
So I myself have not had a Padron in years. If you've listened to or heard or watched the other podcast, the other episodes, I haven't had a Padron at all in years.
None?
I used to try the 26 and the 64 back and forth when La Casa del Puro was still open.
Okay.
It was always very spicy, very peppery, especially the 26. A little too strong for my palate, so I kind of strayed away from it. And then I'd be like, hey, you know what? I haven't had one in a while, so let's try it again. But that's been years. Ever since La Casa del Puro shut down. So wouldn't that be amazing if Pastor actually stumbled across this podcast?
Right.
And then cussed me out.
So it says that this round, mild, flavorful, handcrafted, and limited production cigar is made with an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper and is available in 6 sizes. The red label that they offer is a more robust flavor profile. So this one's not. This one's like they're
Mild.
yeah. To medium? You okay there? Did it get in your eye?
This is probably watered down.
Yeah, the Damaso line of cigars offers a complex, mild to medium flavor profile, crafted over 5 generations. You okay there?
I don't know if this is psychosomatic, but the padroniness just kicked me right in the throat testicles.
In the throat testicles. Okay.
The throatsicles. The things right here. What are they? Tonsils?
Tonsillitis?
That just sounds really weird to say throat testicles.
What do you think? Your palate will be electrified with flavors of sweet cream, cedar, pepper, and spice. Subtle.
It has, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's just that like shock to the back. It's not quite the tonsils, but that like the nasally tonsilly area that it feels almost like when you put a 9-volt battery to your tongue. I kind of get that feeling
in your throat.
Yeah, and I get that with certain cigars, and that's why I'm like, not for me. I'm getting that. That's the padroniness that I'm talking about. And that's what I used to get, and I just pushed through and had this, and I'm like, oh, this is too much of a man cigar for me.
Well, this one should be
don't light them.
Fairly light.
So yeah, if I'm having that reaction to this, I can only imagine having a real, not a real Padron, but you know what I'm saying. That's, but then again, it's very rare for me to start a cigar and not be drinking some kind of liquor. Yeah. That's another thing. I'm the type of person that I pretty much have to be pairing it with alcohol because a straight up cigar is not. I can't do it. The guy's driving around and just having a cigar. Not me. I need to cleanse the palate. I need to get. I don't know. I'm trying to say
when I go through a detoxing phase, every so often, I tried to do the soda. Coke, Coca-Cola.
So for you newbies, that's usually, I don't want to say frowned upon, but the more seasoned smokers will say try not to do that because the carbonation from the drink will, do that again so you can ash your drink. I
don't like it. I'm turning it off.
Right? The carbonation messes with your palate, blah, blah, blah. But if you've already been smoking, it's your palate.
Yeah. So I tried the soda. More of like a Coca-Cola, but it's rare that I drink soda, unless I'm detoxing. So then I tried sweet tea.
Okay.
But it's still too sweet and it dries out my palate. You know what I mean? And then I tried water, sparkling water and stuff. Like the Liquid Death. I was doing Liquid Death with a couple of them, and it was okay. You didn't side change it. You didn't see the Liquid Death. I don't know if there's a commercial during the Cowboys game. You didn't see that one where there was the kids.
That sounds familiar.
So they were opening because it looks like cans of beer.
Okay.
So they were drinking the Liquid Death and they're like partying, and they had the kids doing their. No, I didn't see that one. You have to check that one out. It's hilarious.
Well, I find it a bit funny because for some reason, marketing has been doing its job really well because lately Liquid Death has just been on my brain.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Liquid Metal, I don't know what that is, if it's a show or what, but that's on my brain. And then Liquid Death. Because I've seen the cans, and I could have sworn that I think even Paul was drinking one while he was doing his podcast thing. Yeah. And then just this morning, I was watching Two Bears, One Cave, and they have 2 cans of Liquid Death. Like, it's fucking everywhere right now. And I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Water.
Is it just water?
Carbonated water. That's it.
Are you serious?
That's it.
It's not flavored.
One of them's like sparkling, and the other one is like, one spring water or some shit like that. That's it. There's a white can and a black can.
So what makes it Liquid Death? Like, does it have caffeine in it somehow or some shit?
Just water.
It's just sparkling fucking water that they called Liquid Death.
Yeah, that they call Liquid Death.
I'm going to look into this because that doesn't make sense. I thought it was a new energy drink.
No, it's water.
That's funny.
So that's why
I need some of this.
They're
hydrating.
Yeah, they're hydrated, but they're partying like at a tailgate.
That's
Liquid
funny.
Death. Yeah.
Brilliant marketing because now I want to have some. It's been popping up everywhere like subliminally. So, Mo9.
Did I get it? No.
What?
The O's? No O's.
Oh, I didn't notice. It's too windy in here.
Yeah.
What
do you
now that I think I've taken a few puffs and I got past that, now the flavor profile is starting to open up and it's better. I'm not getting that tingliness. Tingly.
So, the Damaso, you've never had it? Heard of it? Never?
No, because the only thing I knew about, sorry, dude, it always just makes love to your face. That's what she said. I've only had the 26 and the 64. I've had variations like the anniversary, whatever. One of them that was like $40 or some shit when it came out. Like it was one of the anniversaries.
Probably like a 90th or something.
I think it was the 90th. I think it was the 90th for some reason. I don't know if they have a 90th anniversary, but it was 90 something. So like I said, the 26, the 64 variation, but that's it. Like I never heard of a Damaso. I haven't even looked at Padrons in years, so I have no idea.
So I had already smoked a Damaso, but it had been a really long time. They went to Miami in October. Picked one up there in Calle Ocho. Smoked the Damaso there. And then a couple weeks ago, or about 4 weeks ago, we went to Dallas. And I went to Cigars International right there in the Colony. And then I picked up a Damaso there too. But I didn't notice that they were both the red label, which is a more robust flavor.
Okay.
It's what was there. And I was like, oh, I haven't had a Damaso. I'm going to grab it. So I took it. And sure enough, I was like, oh, this one's really good. Like I said, not knowing that it was a red label. So I had the...
I remember that picture. It's on your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I smoked that one.
You drank it all, huh?
I drank it all. I
nice.
drank it all in. And then I had this one, which was a white label, which was the Churchill that was there.
Okay.
Was it a Churchill? I think a Churchill. No?
That looks like a veiny dick.
You're a dick, dude. That's about the same size that was there, right?
I want to say the other one was short. It was, dude, it was like...
An inch?
Not even. Like a quarter inch longer than this one.
So then this is probably... I don't know what size that is.
It was the Robusto and the Toro.
Okay.
So if that's a Churchill, that's the size.
It looks like a Churchill, though,
It does.
Yeah. Okay. So then I smoked that one. Both great. But again, I didn't realize it was a white and a red label.
And you still don't know the difference.
Well, the red label, I told you, is more robust. So it's like a little bit...
But as far as like why? Like is it...
Just to signify that the red label is more robust than the white label.
But that's what I'm saying. What makes it more robust? Is it a different feel? That's what I'm saying. You don't know that yet.
That I do not know.
Okay, we can find that out for the second or third half or whatever.
Yeah.
Second or third half. Okay, third half.
Third half? Third half?
I'm fucking amazing at math. I know how to maths.
You know how to maths.
Are you picking up any of the flavors? What did you read the whole thing?
I read most of it.
Okay. So it's good. It's not
heavy.
No, it's not heavy. It doesn't have the complexity that I was talking about on the last one.
Yeah.
La Misión. But it's good.
I'm getting the spices. I'm getting spiciness right off the bat. I'm getting like the subtle spices. That's what I'm getting right now. It says rich cedar, black pepper, and soft spices.
Yeah, it's forgive my ignorance, but if you were to allow my brain to be stupid, this to me is
Brain,
like
be stupid.
Right?
I allow
this
it.
is a sun-grown version of a 64.
Okay.
That's how my stupid brain would describe it to somebody that doesn't know cigars.
Because you're thinking, like Connecticut wrapper, you're thinking more of something more light, like what we've been smoking. But then you still get that black pepper and those spices.
It's there, but it's not in a disrespectful, judgy way, but it's a watered down version of the Padron that I'm used to. Okay. But again, it's been years, so for all I know, I'm just full of shit. But that's what it seems like to me. It's like giving me those hints of like, this is why you stopped smoking those other ones, but not as strong.
So now I'm a little
confused,
hesitant to have smoke that other night.
No, we
95.
Need to. No.
Just so that we can figure out where we're at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's gonna give our viewers the experience. Like I said, I'm really hoping that we'll end up being like the Siskel and I'm aging myself big time, but the Siskel and Ebert of cigars, where you're just like, this is amazing and robust and complex. And I'm just like, oh, this is too strong. That's just going to be our thing. You're the cigar guy and I'm just the sidekick. I'm the Robin in this show.
Okay.
Actually, I'm Robin on both of them. I've come to realize.
Think so?
I was realizing that because you're the one that watches everything.
Oh.
You watch like 10 things, and I'm just like, I finished episode 3 of it.
I mean, even before you were,
You definitely did some from the beginning. You watched more than I have.
Yeah.
I'm just judgy.
Well, that's the first third of that, and I guess we'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, we can. Oh, no.
Do the honors?
Do the honors, then.
Sorry, I thought we were automatically jumping into that.
Nah.
So, we are upon our second third.
I don't know about not even
at least I am. And I can tell you right now, in the time that we were gone, this thing opened up nicely. That bitterness, that's kind of what it is, like a shocky bitterness that I get. It's blended together nicely. I'm picking up way more of the spices now. It's opening up really nicely. And I think it's a perfect time to introduce our monkey shoulder. Because
Ching chang marora bing bang.
That was perfect timing right there. Clip that shit.
Right.
And I am a fan of monkey shoulders, so do yourself.
Yes.
Do yourself, sir.
To the weekend.
Do yourself. Give that time to open up, do its thing, and then we'll cheers. I guess right now because somebody can't wait. Oh. That is a flavor that I have not had in a while.
Really? Haven't had monkey shoulder in a while?
I haven't had monkey shoulder in a while, and this is a kind of scotch that dude, I swear snobs are going to come after me. If there was ever something that's going to get us canceled by our own people, it's when I make this statement. I would much rather have monkey shoulder than the Johnny Walker Blue. That's a bold fucking statement.
I could do away with the black and the red, but I don't know about the blue. It's just a peatiness. I know that you don't like the peatiness. I'm the same way with the peat. I can't there's what's like Oban stuff like that. It's very peaty. Anything from like Space Side's very like peaty.
But see, and that's the funny thing because what I remember about the Oban, I liked it.
See, and I got a lot of like
It might not be peatiness that we're talking about. Like, if for you, it might be, but what I don't like might not be that. It might be something else.
Yeah, because the peatiness, I could taste the peatiness from the blue if we're not drinking anything else except the blue.
Okay.
If we start something and then go into the blue, like have two separate drinks, I don't taste the peatiness.
That makes sense.
So for me, it's always a peat that I don't like.
Okay.
And I don't drink hoppy stuff.
Right.
What do you call it? IPAs. I'm really not an IPA guy. So for me, it's kind of like that's just something I don't like.
Yep. There you go.
Monkey Shoulder, the original blended malt Scotch whiskey. Rooted in malt whiskey history and inspired by the malt men who still turn the malting barley by hand. Monkey Shoulder is blended in small batches of Spaceside's finest single malt whiskeys, then married to achieve their smoother, richer taste. Batch 27. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
You're fine. I do that all the time. The best way that I could maybe describe it is this, in my opinion, will be the best mid-shelf scotch you can have.
Blended scotch?
A blend, not even just blended, but just like this stuff is not, even though it's technically on the top shelf at Specs.
Yeah,
it's one of the best. Cheaper. It's one of the best inexpensive blended scotches that I've ever had. Like I can buy a bottle of this just as easily as people buy Jack. It's that level of scotch to me. It's not meant to be like if you're gonna have a foofy pinky finger up type of night, this is not what you would get. You would get a Macallan 15 or
the foofy?
Something more foofy.
A little foofier?
But if you just want to have some good scotch and not break the bank, $30.
Mellow vanilla with spicy hints. That's on the taste. The nose is zesty orange, vanilla, honey, and spiced oak. I can get that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
You almost got me. Oh, my God. It's just enough of that peating, if that's what it is. It's just enough to where you get the hint, but it doesn't overpower it. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's very mellow.
For this dumbass's palate, it's great.
Like I said, I guess most of the scotches that we drink, I don't know. It just depends on, I don't know. I like Belvini, handful of Glenmorangies.
Have you had Cardu?
No, what?
Cardu?
Nope.
C-A-R-D-H-U.
No.
That one is really good. Aberfeldy?
No, I have. Oh, yes. That's a blended scotch, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Terry usually brings that.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The 12-year.
The Aberfeldy is more expensive. So is the Cardu. So if you want something that is more foofy,
yeah,
you can spend money on that. But if you don't want to spend Cardu money, you get Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah, Monkey Shoulder.
At least that's the way I see it. Like I said, from my palate. There's going to be Scotch lovers out there that are just like, what the fuck are you talking about? At least I'm not drinking Bucanas.
Oh, that's an Irish.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
It's blended.
So
Irish?
that's more, I don't think so, but it might be. So that's
It
more
is-
of a Jameson.
Yeah, I think
See,
it's
and I
on
don't like
that.
Jameson.
And it's Buchanan's.
Bucanas.
Buchanan's.
If you have any Mexicans in your life, you know what we're talking about. It's actually Buchanan's. I'll put a picture up. I'll remind myself. Buchanan's, but the Mexicans call it Bucanas. It is
It is.
the shittiest.
Well, we're...
Well, and we did say...
Actually, it's a blended Scotch whiskey.
Oh, yes, Scotch. That's what I thought. I have said, though, that I need to get the upscale version to see if it's any good.
The 18-year?
I think so.
I've had it.
No, it's still Buchanan's.
It's still Buchanan's. Buchanan's just a little smoother. I wouldn't even do Buchanan's. Buchanan's, I used
They
to
should
drink
call
it
it
a lot.
Buchanan's. Back to our regular scheduled program. The Star.
So you said that it's mellowed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you thinking?
So much so that I think the Scotch also kind of deadened the palate. It cleansed the palate a little bit more to where now it's just having a Connecticut.
Okay.
It doesn't have quite the flavor that the other one. What was the one that we had? The nub.
Okay.
It doesn't have the flavor of that. But it's not as strong and overpowering as it was at the beginning. It's mellowed out enough to where I'm just like, oh, I'm having just a regular old cigar. I'm enjoying this shit. This is good. No real flavors are popping out at this time, but easy smoke.
Easy smoke. Okay.
I guess the way that you said it would be like a daily for you.
Yeah.
I could see that now. Like
Yeah.
it didn't start off that way, but now it is.
Okay. Cool. So I'm liking it. I'm still getting that creaminess. I did have to relight, so I got a little bit of the bitterness when I relit it.
Okay.
But it is very smooth and creamy.
Smooth and creamy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very easy to smoke.
Yeah, I'm getting that now, and my palate's not as strong as yours. You can handle.
I can't stop freaking retrohaling. Let's see. So right now I'm on Cigar Coupe just to get another, I guess, profile on it. Let's see. I think this one came out in 2015.
Okay.
The wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut seed, binder and filler in Nicaraguan, and it's all from Nicaragua. Tabacos Cubanica.
So you really do have a thing for Nicaragua.
I think that I even if I don't know, I always steer more for Nicaraguan cigars. It's just kind of like my palate steers more for even if I pick up a smoke and I'm like, oh, this is really good, I really like it. Where's it from? Nicaragua. Okay. Oh, I don't like this one too much. Where's it from? And it's probably not from Nicaragua, but my palate tends to sway more towards Nicaraguan cigars.
Have you found one that does have the opposite effect? Like if it's from Honduras, you're just like, ugh, I should have known. I didn't like it.
There's some that kind of like, after I look them up, I'm like, oh, they're from there. Okay, that's probably why. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me try another one from there.
Where's there?
I'm not gonna say. I don't know.
Why not?
I just don't know.
It's not like you're not insulting an entire country. It's just your preference.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'll say right now, fuck. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't have any.
Because the thing is, if I say, oh, well, I don't like the ones from this certain area, but then later on I'm like, oh, I'm smoking the shit out of this cigar, but it's from that certain area. You know what I mean? That's
gonna happen.
I think it's not just that certain area. It might be the cigar, I guess you can say, right? Where it's like, let's just say I don't like this particular cigar. Why? For example, Christoph.
Okay.
They have a Habano.
Okay.
Do not like it, like at all.
Okay.
I don't know where it's from, but I just don't like it. So ever since then, I'm kind of like, Habano. Nah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It creates an unconscious bias.
Exactly. So that's where I think it's kind of like.
But that's what I mean, though. Just because you're saying that you've seemed to not like some from a certain place, that doesn't mean that they're all bad, because I'm pretty sure you've had one from Nicaragua that wasn't good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the opposite end of that. So I don't think it's condemning anything.
Yeah, I know. I just don't.
You just don't want to say it.
I don't want to rub them on.
How about you say it and I'll bleep it out?
Okay. Cool.
That's a long ass name. That place doesn't even exist. Smart ass. Anything else? I don't know why I'm just powering through mine and you're just like not there.
I'm savoring it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting on the drink too. But the drink I think is kind of.
Do you like monkey shoulder?
Yeah, I drink it a lot. I think the drink is a little bit too powerful, I guess, because I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to mellow it out, so I can kind of like even it out with a cigar.
That makes sense.
But I think that it's a little bit too strong.
Okay.
And it's taken away from the taste of the cigar.
Like you're experiencing what I'm afraid is going to happen with the Great Cliff and the Blue Label.
Yeah.
I get you. Get yourself an ice.
I hope that I don't think it fits. I hope that it doesn't. Because we're like building this, we're building it up so much.
It's gonna have the in and out effect, the Whataburger effect. Don't let that happen. All right, that was just my personal experience, my preference. I'm actually real afraid that you're gonna have that experience. That you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Well, I'm just telling you. For me, that was my experience when I was smoking.
Well, on the same note, I've been kind of like pushing this Padron number 95. For about a month, and then if you're like, oh, this shit sucks, it's a typical Padron.
yeah, like, oh, cut, and I just put the band on another cigar. Right? This is amazing. Sancho Panza. Hope not. No. No, and I'm subjective enough to where if you'd end up not liking the Great Cliff, I can totally be like, okay, I get that you don't like it. I think it's fucking awesome. I'm
he's crying in the corner.
Yeah, and then we cut, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, he didn't like it. No,
okay, so we're at a point where I'm almost
gonna have to fucking chug.
I'm almost. Oh, I put some water in this one.
Oh, yeah, you're still gonna have to chug because I used the force. Did you see that?
I saw that. Yeah, it was like. Okay, so I'm gonna say that maybe I was a little too quick to dethrone your Monte Cristo Classic with this one. I did mention it. Yes. When we decided on what to smoke, I said, you know what? The Damaso came up. He picked them up. And I said, you know what? Just be ready to dethrone your Classic, which now I'm saying that now I'm knowing that it's not going to dethrone your Classic.
Um,
Well, I'm feeling like it's not.
n- yes and no. Well, mostly no. Because if I'm thinking of cigars that I'll have in my mind, like, I don't know, classic.
Yeah.
Like, easy. This one will be more like if I go to specs and I can't find, oh, you know what? Let's give that one another try. It's more of a, let's try it again. Whereas the classic is like, it's already on my list.
Okay.
So I definitely would like to try it again. Like we keep saying, it's going to be a different situation. Maybe I've eaten, breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
It's a mellow day. I can have something else other than monkey shoulder or whatever. End of the day, it might hit different. And I'd be like, fuck, this is way better than I remember. It's not bad. It's not something that I'd be like,
Did
I
you
could
get
do without
any
it.
bitterness?
No.
Okay.
After the beginning, no. But then again, I haven't. Actually, I think I did relight once, and that usually plays a big factor.
Yeah.
The more you have to relight, the hotter it gets,
Yeah.
the more that bitterness comes out. And luckily, I haven't had that.
Yeah. So I'm getting the bitterness, and I don't know if it's because of the scotch that's giving that bitterness. It's not bad.
My theory is that it's been warming up so much that this end is now not charred, but it's gotten all the flavor.
Yeah.
Whereas at the beginning, it was fresh and new.
Yeah.
So because that happens with almost every cigar. The one thing that I'm a little disappointed is that usually by the time I get here, I get that sense of, fuck, now I don't want it to end. I don't necessarily want it to end, but I don't have that feeling of like, fuck, it's ending.
Yeah.
So anyway, the draw.
Draw's great.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy smoke. Wouldn't mind smoking it multiple times, which I have.
You know what? Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever had a draw problem with a Padron.
No.
I think there's something to be said about the build quality.
Yeah.
Because to my knowledge, draw most of the time is more how it was put together, not necessarily the leaves themselves. Another thing that plays into it is how well you kept them humidified.
That too.
But yeah, I mean, it's not super tight. It's not super loose. The draw is
just right.
It's just right. The draw is really good. Yeah, I can't think of any real complaints about it other than it's a bit strong for my palate, but it's good.
Okay, so then
I'm enjoying it.
maybe the red label might be. It's more robust. It's a little bit more flavorful. I'm not gonna say it's stronger. I think it's just a little bit more flavorful. Cigars International did rate it an 89, which is not bad.
The red label?
No, this one.
89. Yeah. I actually, based on my palate, I would imagine it would have been higher.
Yeah, 89.
This seems like.
But that was back in 2018, and they haven't they haven't rated it since. So
okay, I thought it would have been higher. Like I could imagine, like the Padrons when you see them, they're almost
all high,
always
90s, over 90s.
Yeah, so I imagine it would have been like that. But I can also see people that are Padron fans being like, "Oh, this is too light."
Yeah, and that's a good thing because Padrons are pretty much full, very flavorful, very spicy, and then they see the Damaso and they're like, I think Cigars International rated up over a 90, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a good, I'm not going to say transition, but it's a good option to have.
This is a morning coffee, breakfast cigar for a hardcore Padron fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I could see.
Perfect to say, yeah. Or just to start off, too.
Yeah. That would be another thing. If your palate is more like mine where you've stuck to more medium and you're like, you know what, I want to start venturing to that side. Like I can't go full Padron yet. Yeah. This is a good introduction to Padron.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's good. I want to try it again. Hopefully remember, I keep forgetting to put them on my list.
Put it on your list.
Yes. But I'd like to try it again, like I said, under different circumstances. That's another thing to keep in mind, guys. We're doing this at like noonish on a Thursday. So hit us up on a Saturday evening when we've already had a couple of drinks and it could be like, this is fucking amazing.
What are you smoking, Quam? No, I'm just kidding.
Damaso.
What'd you call me? Damaso?
What are you smoking, Damaso? What? I just asked what you were smoking. Shit.
What'd you call me?
You didn't have to be all rude and shit.
Right.
So any final thoughts?
If I see it and I don't see anything else, Yeah. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna go back real quick. When I was in Miami in October, I was on Calle Ocho, and I went to the cigar lounge. One of the cigar factories. It's called Cigar Factory something. I can't remember. I took a picture of it on Instagram. And I went through everything, and I was like, okay, what would I smoke? And I don't know what to pick, blah, blah, blah. I went back and forth. I was walking up and down the aisles because we were going next door. Mm-hmm. We're going next door to Guantanamera. If you haven't been to Guantanamera in Miami, it's great. Live band. They roll their own cigars there. It's really nice. So I picked up the Damaso because I was like, you know what? I haven't smoked one of these. Picked it up, went to go smoke, and I was like, it's perfect. It was like around maybe 4 or 5-ish.
Okay.
Just a good starter smoke for the day. And I don't know. I liked it. Ever since then, I'm like, all right, let me try the Damaso. Been wanting to try it and just continue to smoke it.
So it would be one of those that if, like you said, if you go into specs and, oh, shit, they have it, you'll definitely pick it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know if specs specifically, if I go into specs, it's very difficult for me to walk out of there without a Liga.
True, because, and that's what I asked you for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you went to go pick up the monkey shoulder, and I'm like, well, where's the Ligas at? Because I was like, I don't know what, you were like, I don't know what to choose, any suggestions? And I'm like, where's the Ligas? And you're like, there's no Ligas here.
They had the Undercrowns, but no Liga.
Yeah.
The Undercrown is not technically a Liga, right?
It's the seconds.
Okay. That's what I remembered. Something about like it's kind of the Liga line, but it doesn't have the Liga label.
Yeah.
But that's another one that's high on my list that I need to have. Again, I haven't had a number 9. I haven't had a number 9 since AJ left.
Really? Oh shit!
I told you that story, no?
No. Okay. Yeah.
When my buddy left me and went to, I'll take a picture and put it up, but that was the last cigar that we had together. So I kept the label, and it's on my Herfador. That's the last time I had a Liga number 9. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's another one for one of our next episodes.
Oh my God, hell yes! And I've had the T52. I've had
H55. No, H99 isn't H99.
I haven't had that one. The Feral Pig, the Papas Fritas, they're all good, but the number 9. Oh my God!
Yeah, I love the number 9.
Stick.
I think that's like everybody's kind of like go-to for the Ligas.
Actually, no, that's not true. I know a couple of people that prefer like the T52.
I don't like the T52.
It wasn't bad,
yeah,
but it's not a 9.
Yeah,
for me anyway. But yeah, I know a couple of people from the old shop, La Casa del Puro.
Yeah,
they were like, I'll take a T52. I'm like, the 9's good, but I'll take a T52. I'm like,
9's great.
I'm the opposite. I'll take a fucking 9 any day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommended.
This is going to be, I don't want to say controversial, but maybe you might shy away from this answer or this question. So, of the ones that we've had, because right now so far the knuckle sandwich is probably, from what we've talked about, I think that's probably the one that you and I were like, that one was really good. What was the one that we had after the knuckle sandwich? It was before the Allegiance.
I don't know, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up real quick, because there was another one that was, and it's really stupid that it was good and I can't remember. If I had to choose, I'd probably go with a knuckle sandwich over this one.
Really?
And what was the other one?
So we had, let's see, after the knuckle sandwich, we had the Monte Cristo White Series, then we had the Allegiance, and then we had the Tatuaje. Well, you had. I
could have sworn there was another one.
We had, before that was the Kintsugi.
Nah, the Kintsugi
and then
was.
We had the Opus X, the Angel Share.
Oh my God, that one, Jesus, that one was crazy fucking good, and it fucking better be for that price.
Well, I was hoping to like get out of work early so that I could pick up something from Tobacco Tin. Usually they have some Opus in the back, because you got to ask for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I was hoping to go pick one of, something there up from Tobacco Tin, but I wasn't able to. We had the H up in Regalias. We had the Epic number 12, the Vintage number 12. And then
Of the ones that we've had, I think the Allegiance was right on par. Like I would have a hard time choosing between this one and that one. But the knuckle sandwich, I think I like better
Really?
than this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So they also have like they just came out with a new new knuckle sandwich, and then they have like a Connecticut too.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now thanks to you, I'm getting into the Connecticut's now because I didn't like them before, but I think it was almost like having a regular Scotch versus a really good Scotch. Like I don't think I was having good Connecticut's. Now
because you're always like about the bitterness. So I was going to ask you, what made you like? What was that cigar that made you like? Oh, that Connecticut's so fucking bitter. Do you remember?
It was Rocky Patel.
1999, the white.
I think, or is it a Cohiba?
The Cohiba was a white label. The one we were talking about earlier, that was like, you're like, oh, the Robusto was $23. Fuck.
It might have been, I can't remember for sure if it was a Cohiba or a.
It might have been the Rocky Patel, only because I smoked a shitload of those, and those are, I do get that bitterness from that Rocky Patel.
I had the only Rocky Patel that I've liked is a Sungrown. I don't like any Rocky Patels.
Not even the 99?
I don't remember.
Have you had the number 6?
I don't think so. And see, but that's the thing. This was way back before I knew anything. I was just smoking.
Okay.
So now that I have a little bit better of a palate, or at least I know what I like and don't like, I need to try it again because it might be different. I was pairing it with Budweiser and shit.
Bud juice?
I was doing Bud juice, yes.
I like the 99. The Sungrown is by far one of my favorites from Rocky Patel. But I've smoked up more than a handful of Rocky Patels.
Another one?
You know what? Recently I had the Anniversary Series Edge. Rocky Patel. That one's good. It's more of a fuller cigar.
Okay.
But it's still good.
The other one that I started off smoking, not too often, but here and there, that just didn't. One of them did, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I think I have it in my journal, was Arturo Fuente.
Which one?
But any hootie. So, yeah. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. I'm
like
liking it.
Good choice?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. So, guys, thank you for joining us. And keep in mind, you can't wake up hungover.
If you're still drunk, drink responsibly. Cheers, motherfuckers!